I've lived there for almost 11 years and grown to love the area, its people and the wildlife. I'm entranced by the bats that flit past me at dusk, the barn owls hunting in the early morning and evenings, the hares, the birds and insects that abound there. Third Energy keep telling us that they've been producing gas in Kirby Misperton safely and without incident for 20 years. They may have been producing gas, but it has not been without incident. Some years ago there was a serious leak that caused us to have to keep our doors and windows closed for several hours. From our house, the light and noise at night were alarming. When I moved here, I was looking forward to spending some time developing new work in peace, caring for my garden, and more recently, spending time with my new grandchildren and family. Instead, for almost 2 years, my life has been taken up with the whirl of campaigning against fracking. I have listened to Third Energy representatives sweet-talk me and failed to answer my questions satisfactorily. I have listened to members of the Environment Agency, tried to answer my questions, but then having to admit they did not know the answers about wastewater treatment, to name just one example.
All together. Oh, yeah.
Wastewater treatment, among other things. I listened politely to health and safety executive employees try to convince me that they had it covered, and then admit there were gaps and overlaps in the legislation protecting our health and the landscape we love. I read the redacted government report where it says that peaceful rural environments are likely to be spoiled, and various parts of the redacted report that mentions concerns for health and well-being. During this time, I have learned a lot, especially about the contempt the government has for ordinary people like me who dare to oppose them. I have made some wonderful new friends, met so many interesting and talented, intelligent people, got to know neighbours and felt more integrated into my local community. It has been hard work and very stressful too. Many of us have succumbed at times to illness brought about by stress. We have often been visited by police when we hold our coffee mornings, with Kate, of course, who have disingenuously asked for directions to the K&A well, who follow us when we litter pick for the village clean-up, and generally make us feel that we are being watched. We are being watched, of course. I have no doubt that there is a file on me somewhere, simply for daring to campaign against fracking, for daring to make tent and collect donations to help pay for the legal fees to fight the application, for daring to demonstrate outside various offices in my area, including our district council, who incidentally voted against fracking. Massive thanks to Idale District Council. Being called a domestic extremist made me angry at the beginning. I'm a new grandmother. Did I mention that? My 2 boys are the joy of my life. James, nearly 2, and baby Willem, just 14 weeks. Both bright, beautiful boys who deserve to have clean air, clean water and clean land in which to grow. I did not choose to spend my days fighting fracking. I have been forced to do this by the government's willful disregard for our democratic rights and the democratic process. Mr. Hollingray, my MP, may well say that he is following democratic process because he was elected. But he was elected to represent the best interests of his constituents, the majority of whom reject the idea of fracking, and he has chosen not to do so. Instead, he has toed the party line and betrayed us. Shame on you, Mr. Hollingray. Now, I stand proud to be called a domestic extremist. I am making new artwork that uses the term. But if you get given a label, make the best of it, is what I say. I am a proud nana, fighting to have a clean world for my beautiful boys and all the children to grow up in. Do not mess with the nanas of this world. We are fierce. We fight. We do not give in, and we will not stop until this absurd idea to frack in Rydale, the whole of Yorkshire and anywhere is halted. We can produce our energy requirements with renewables. It's being proven across the world as I speak. It just needs the commitment and support of our government, who need to admit we are right, and they need to stand up to the energy lobbyists. Let us all stay united until the UK is free of the threat of fracking, is producing energy cleanly, and we can proudly say, we did that. We didn't stop until we won. For our children, for Rydale, Yorkshire and the world. Thank you.
Has it started inside? It sounds like the proceedings are kicking off inside. We're going to have there's going to be a break in those at 11:30. We're going to have more speeches, including from Frack Free Lancashire, who are on their way over here in a double-decker bus to lend their support to you. And in the meantime, we have, you can see here, this sign that says Yorkshire. We would like everybody to come and place a white rose in that sign, and we're going to have a photo action with it at lunchtime today. See you at 11:30. Thanks, everyone.